How did the savior become the demon god of destruction? Introduction. Zhao Yaoyao traded her life for another in order to save her best friend. Zhao Yaoyao. But I'm just an ordinary person. How can I help the protagonist become a god? System. You don't have to put too much effort, just make sure the male lead doesn't die young. Zhao Yaoyao. Isn't it too careless? Chapter 1. Hehuan Sect. You are listening at novelfull.audio. When Zhao Yaoyao arrived at the hospital, one of her shoes had run away. Vivi. The doctor is rescuing inside. How? How could it be like this? Zhao Yaoyao slowly knelt on the ground, tears streaming uncontrollably. A few hours have passed. Doctor. Impossible. Impossible, her body has always been in good condition. Doctor, are you lying to me, doctor? Are you saying you're lying to me? Are you lying to me? Zhao Yaoyao grabbed the doctor's arm and shouted loudly, "Ao Yao. Yao Yao, please calm down." A group of people with all their hands and feet pulled Zhao Yaoyao off the doctor. In the doctor's office, Zhao Yaoyao sat on a chair, lowered her head, staring blankly at the floor. The doctor chattered on about something, and the group stood and sat silently, their ears perked up, listening quietly to the doctor's diagnosis and advice. Finally. I know this outcome is difficult for you all to accept, but if it continues like this, she will also be very painful. She has only been anesthetized now, and the anesthesia will be too strong later. She may be so painful that she can't even breathe. Watching Uncle Chen tremble and write his agreement to give up treatment, Zhao Yaoyao closed her eyes. Doctor, I want to stay at the hospital tonight. Can I spend the last night with her? Sure. Watching Wei Wei lying on the hospital bed covered in tubes, Zhao Yaoyao's tears flowed down again. Oh my goodness, if you can make Vivi live a healthy life, I am willing to exchange everything I have, even if it's a life for a life, I am willing to do it. After speaking softly, Zhao Yaoyao couldn't help but burst into tears. Really? What? Zhao Yaoyao didn't react, and a voice rang out from her mind again. Is what you just said true? Are you willing to exchange everything you have for as long as this woman can survive? Zhao Yaoyao was taken aback and then ecstatic. It's true. It's true. I'm willing to exchange everything I have, as long as Vivi can live a healthy life. I can bring this woman back to life, but I need you to go somewhere and help me with something. Sure, but I need to see Vivi come back to life first. Sure. Watching Wei Wei gradually regain her independent breathing and her complexion, Zhao Yaoyao couldn't help but feel excited and worried. Excitedly, Vivi can finally survive, but worried, what should she face next? I'm afraid I'll never be able to bring myself back to life, even if it's something that a god like this cannot do. However, since he agreed to him, I cannot go back on my word. After all, he can quietly save Vivi, or quietly make her disappear without a trace. Vivi, I'm leaving. You're taking good care of yourself, you know. After finishing speaking, Zhao Yaoyao turned around and suddenly felt someone pulling her. Zhao Yaoyao turned around and found that Vivi had already opened her eyes. The gentle girl, like moonlight, looked weakly at her. No, yes. No, yes. Upon hearing this, Zhao Yaoyao's nose became sore and she pretended to be calm. It's okay. It's okay. I'll be back in a while. It's okay, on. After finishing speaking, Zhao Yaoyao broke off Wei Wei's hand and forced herself to speak in the air with a sour expression. I'm ready. Let's go. A flash of light flashed before her eyes, and Zhao Yaoyao felt like a broken hydrogen balloon, floating up. Zhao Yaoyao wanted to look back and see if she had really drifted up. Before she could turn her head, a powerful suction quickly sucked her away. The stars are shining brightly, the moonlight is hazy, and a beam of light flashes across the undulating mountains. The next day, the sunshine was bright, and peach trees covered the mountains and fields were full of peach blossoms. A light wind blew the peach blossoms and they danced in the sky, like a pink ocean. In the peach blossom peak, Qiao was carrying a basin of water, looking at her own young lady in confusion. Usually, young ladies are always smiling and happy. Why are you sighing today? Qiao put down the basin and asked cautiously. Miss, what's wrong with you today? Are you in a bad mood? Oh. It's okay. I'm just thinking about something. Zhao Yaoyao just finished speaking and almost bit her tongue. How could this body speak so seductively, like deliberately seducing someone? Even Zhao Yaoyao's ears felt a little red when she heard it herself. What's bothering you? Just some small things. Then Qiao, come and help Miss comb her hair. Look in the mirror at the Zhao Yaoyao, who looks exactly like herself. Zhao Yaoyao is really disoriented and flustered now. Because this place is different from my original world. This is a land of cultivation, with a total of 3,000 big worlds and 3,000 small worlds. One big world is as big as the earth, and the other small world is as small as a country. 3,000 big worlds and 3,000 small worlds all have one goal, which is to cultivate and ascend to the upper realm to achieve enlightenment and immortality. So the world here has neither a country nor a law, and one side of the world is ruled by some sects, clans, and tribes. These gates, sects, and clans balance and devour each other, so sometimes overnight, a city or a family may disappear. In such a world where there is neither a country nor a law, Zhao Yaoyao really regrets and is afraid now. This is the cultivation world. The master's ultimate move is to destroy the sky and the earth. With just one slap, you can shatter a high mountain. Moreover, Zhao Yaoyao, a mortal with a mortal body, is as simple as pinching an ant. Without the police and the law to punish the criminals, Zhao Yaoyao's heart was a bit panicked, feeling a bit scared and panicked when she found out. System. Don't be afraid, I'm here, I assure you there won't be any danger. Looking at the big screen dialogue in her mind, Zhao Yaoyao sent several messages in a row, repeatedly confirming her personal safety. After confirming that there were really no problems, Zhao Yaoyao finally felt relieved. Zhao Yaoyao. So why did you send me to this world? And, what should I call you? System. You. Just call me the system. Just like some articles written in your world, as for what I want you to do. Immediately after, the system sent a file compression package. System. I want you to wholeheartedly help the person in the book, help him cultivate into a god. Zhao Yaoyao opened the compressed file and looked at it, which seemed to be a cultivation novel. Zhao Yaoyao. Are you the author? System. I don't have that much ability. The system is speechless. System. I cannot be online for a long time. This is the beginner gift package I gave you, and there are also main quests. I need to go offline now. Don't come to me casually if you have nothing to do. After sending this message, the screen will show that the other party has been offline. Zhao Yaoyao sent several messages, but the other party did not reply to her. Zhao Yaoyao was speechless and could only click on the compressed file to focus on reading novels. Since starting work, Zhao Yaoyao has not read novels well, whether she reads them or not, she has been reading for several hours. This is a cultivation book, and Zhao Yaoyao is currently located in Qinglian Realm, one of the small worlds in the 6,000 worlds. The story of the novel goes like this. A child named Ling Yuan, who was born without parents, was adopted by an old beggar. From then on, I grew up hungry and satisfied with the old beggar. Along the way, I ate and slept outdoors, and finally grew up to the age of 3. The old beggar died from a cold. Xiao Lingyuan begged for food alone. At the age of 6, he was discovered to have spiritual roots by the Hehuan sect and caught. Here, let me mention that the cultivation techniques of each sect in the cultivation world of Hehuan.com are different. There are various types of cultivation, including sword cultivation, beast cultivation, and ghost cultivation. But the cultivation methods of the Hehuan sect are different. They not only absorb the spiritual energy of heaven and earth for cultivation, but also obtain cultivation from it with the mermaid water joy, so they are called the Hehuan sect. The Hehuan sect sounds a bit like a demon stronghold, specializing in sucking men's yang energy for cultivation. But in the realm of cultivation, this is a very common thing, which is called double cultivation. Everyone who can cultivate immortality knows it, but both individuals in dual cultivation must have a certain level of tacit understanding and achieve mental connection and unity of mind in order to achieve dual cultivation. Otherwise, it can be as mild as being drained of cultivation by the opponent, or as severe as being possessed by a demon and losing one's mind, transforming into a humanoid monster that only knows how to kill. The Hehuan sect does not have such concerns because it has such a unique secret technique. Whether they are enemies, friends, men or women, willing or resisting, they can all socialize with them and obtain cultivation. Some people may say that such a sect will not develop for a long time. The first leader of the Hehuan sect directly refuted you. The first leader of the Hehuan sect was established through such cultivation techniques. You said this kind of evil spirit is crooked, and the cultivation world is attacking it in groups. Please, what you can think of, they didn't expect it. They have long infiltrated their disciples and grandchildren into various sects, like the roots of a big tree, invisible but tightly connected. If you dare to bully a disciple of the Hehuan sect, the beauties around the boss act coquettishly, saying that you look down on and bully others. Master, if you move your fingers, you'll have to peel off your skin if you don't die. So there is a saying in the Qingnian realm. I would rather scatter all my wealth than provoke the beauty. It's about the Hehuan sect. Chapter 2. The male protagonist of the cultivation text. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Speaking of the male protagonist Ling Yuan, as the protagonist of the cultivation literature, he must definitely cultivate immortality. The techniques practiced by the Hehuan sect may be somewhat despicable, but there is still a chance to practice them well before practicing other techniques. But Zhao Yaoyao is really miserable. Just the day before my apprenticeship, I caught fire and ruined my appearance. The Hehuan sect has an unwritten rule. He is a disciple of the Hehuan sect, who not only needs to have spiritual roots to cultivate, but also has a good appearance. The better it looks, the more beautiful it is. The disciples of the Hehuan sect will use their cultivation to embellish their appearance. Don't compare who has higher cultivation or stronger spells, just compare who is more beautiful and who is more attractive. After all, you're not good-looking, who can double cultivate with you. So it was not surprising that Xiao Lingyuan was not selected. It's okay if you're not selected, you can also practice in other sections. But the Hehuan sect will not waste their labor in vain. Xiao Lingyuan stayed in the Hehuan sect as a laborer. A child was burned, with no one caring or receiving treatment, and had to work hard every day. Every night, he would suffer greatly from the burning wound. In such an environment, while picking herbs in the herbal garden, Xiao Lingyuan fell off the cliff due to exhaustion. Xiao Lingyuan is like other cultivators. Falling off a cliff not only prevents one from dying, but also provides a great opportunity. Not to mention the significant increase in strength, Xiao Lingyuan also walked out of the Hehuan sect along the river. In a big mountain, I found a trace of ancient remnants as my master. In theory, Zhao Lingyuan should reach the pinnacle of his life and become the god of creation and the emperor of all gods. But the male protagonist Ling Yuan is a Virgin Mary, with a focus on compassion. As the male lead, Ling Yuan has been bullied since childhood, but he always maintains a kind heart. In the face of enemies, he has always chosen to use kindness to influence them and make them change their ways. But he never succeeded once. In the book, every person who has had contact with Ling Yuan Every minute and every second counts against Ling Yuan. Ling Yuan was well aware, but he still chose to believe in them. Believing in them would ultimately be influenced by his kindness. So in the final ending, the male protagonist Ling Yuan was not surprised to fail. Ling Yuan was killed by the joint efforts of everyone. This is not Zhao Yaoyao's original world. What kind of person did good deeds and accumulated virtue during their lifetime, and when they died, their souls flew to the sky to become immortals? This is the cultivation world. If you don't kill others, they will come to kill you and seize treasures because of your chance. Ling Yuan is too kind. In the eyes of others, he is a weak and incompetent weakling, a lucky weakling. Now Zhao Yaoyao finally understood why she needed to find someone to help Ling Yuan become divine. After reading it, Zhao Yaoyao's eye frame turned red. Because the book is really very meticulous in describing Ling Yuan's kindness and suffering. His kindness prevents him from taking action against others, and he can only choose to use his own kindness to influence others. His suffering is that no one is willing to be good to him, to show kindness towards him, and no one is willing to respond. While Zhao Yaoyao felt sorry for Ling Yuan, she also felt a bit resentful that iron could not turn into steel. Why can't Ling Yuan be even more ruthless, causing himself such a miserable situation? Zhao Yaoyao swore in her heart. When Ling Yuan arrives at the Hehuan sect, I will treat him well myself. Zhao Yaoyao silently calculated the days in her heart, as if the apprenticeship ceremony was just 5 days later. Ling Yuan is currently within the Hehuan sect. Zhao Yaoyao stood up and wanted to go and see Ling Yuan now. As soon as she arrived at the door, Zhao Yaoyao walked back. Zhao Yaoyao's current identity is Zhao Yaoyao, a disciple passed down by the head of the Hehuan sect. Yes, they have the same name and surname as Zhao Yaoyao himself, and their looks are exactly the same. It's just that her figure is better than Zhao Yaoyao. After all, she is the disciple of the head of the Hehuan sect. Zhao Yaoyao naturally had never seen Ling Yuan before, and if she acted rashly now, it might raise suspicion. You must have a legitimate reason to approach Ling Yuan. The next day, Zhao Yaoyao personally went to the Pixiang Hall. Watching the little maid welcoming her, she looked nervous, excited, shy, and excited, as if she had seen her idol. Zhao Yaoyao was speechless. Along the way, many people stared blankly at Zhao Yaoyao, showing a stunning expression. As mentioned earlier, disciples of the Hehuan sect focus on their appearance and also use their cultivation to enhance their appearance. So the higher one's cultivation level in the Hehuan sect, the more beautiful they will be. The disciples of the Hehuan sect are all women. But she will not develop a jealous mentality. Not only will she not be jealous, but she will also develop a mentality of admiration towards her. It has to be said that such an environment is really unfriendly to people who are not good looking. Why are you staring at Zhao Yaoyao? This is also why the head of the Hehuan sect, Xiao Yuqin, must accept Zhao Yaoyao as his personal disciple. There are many women who can both cultivate and be beautiful. The reason why Xiao Yuqin chose Zhao Yaoyao is because Zhao Yaoyao is naturally charming and her every move is heart-stirring. Others work hard to cultivate for appearance, while Zhao Yaoyao doesn't need to waste these cultivation and energy. She only needs to focus on practicing, which is enough. The higher her cultivation, the more she will bewitch people. The first leader of the Hehuan sect was born with a charming bone, which led to the establishment of the Hehuan sect. So Xiao Yuqin attached great importance to Zhao Yaoyao and established that Zhao Yaoyao would be the next leader's command. So now Zhao Yaoyao is also the young master of the Hehuan sect. As soon as Zhao Yaoyao entered the main hall, she saw Xiao Yuqin sitting upright in the center, surrounded by a circle of maids. Xiao Yuqin is very domineering and charming, and her purple clothes set off her beauty, making people's eyes fixed. Zhao Yaoyao walked forward with a bow. Master. Xiao Yuqin carefully examined Zhao Yaoyao, which made her feel a bit uneasy. If Zhao Yuqin discovers that she is not the original owner Zhao Yaoyao, she must have publicly slapped herself. Fortunately, Zhao Yuqin didn't find anything. Zhao Yuqin scanned Zhao Yaoyao with her divine sense. I found that although Zhao Yaoyao's cultivation has not increased, her aura and mentality have stabilized a lot. This made her even more lovable, and Zhao Yuqin nodded in satisfaction. Yaoyao, are you here today to find me for anything? Master, although Yaoyao's cultivation has not yet broken through the 5th stage of building foundation, her cultivation has also improved significantly in recent days. The breath is stable, and there is no breakthrough in cultivation, but I have also improved a lot. Very good. Master, Yaoyao has something to ask for. What's going on? Master, the apprenticeship ceremony will be held in 4 days. Yaoyao wants to accept 2 disciples on that day as well. What do you think, Master? Zhao Yuqin looked at Zhao Yaoyao, looked for the Shuyuan website www.zhaoshuyuan.com, thought for a moment, and finally nodded thoughtfully. Alright, Yaoyao. I remember that Zimo's child is already 6 years old this year. He has been mischievous since childhood. You should also invite him to join us during this apprenticeship ceremony. When the time comes, you can take him as your disciple and take care of him between your siblings. Zhao Zimo is the half-brother of Zhao Yaoyao. Yes, thank you very much, Master. Later, Zhao Yuqin talked to Zhao Yaoyao about some cultivation matters. I warned her again that she is about to become a master and cannot act recklessly like before. Zhao Yaoyao nodded in agreement, and finally Zhao Yuqin rewarded Zhao Yaoyao with some pills, reminding her to break through the 5th phase of the foundation construction period as soon as possible. Leaving the Pixiang Hall, Zhao Yaoyao carefully recalled the plot. In the original work, Zhao Zimo was not worshipped by the Hehuan sect in the story, but by other sections. Is it because of my arrival that I changed the storyline? Zhao Yaoyao's thoughts became more and more chaotic, so she decided not to think anymore. When Zhao Yaoyao walked back, the little maids and maids couldn't help but secretly peek at Zhao Yaoyao. If it were someone else, they would have felt embarrassed long ago. But for Zhao Yaoyao, this is the greatest affirmation for her. After all, as a model, as soon as you appear, the audience's gaze gathers towards you, which is a recognition of your work. Zhao Yaoyao's state suddenly opened up, and the aura of the wild model unfolded directly. Wow! Young master, you look so beautiful today. Yeah. I just walked over and as soon as I saw the young master come out, I quickly pretended to have something to do and ran back. I don't want to miss the chance encounter with the young master. That's right. The young master is so beautiful. Chapter 3. 1 day in advance. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Tomorrow is the apprenticeship ceremony. Zhao Yaoyao deliberately arrived at the outer gate at the foot of the mountain 1 day ahead of schedule. The Hehuan sect is also divided into outer and inner gates, with the inner gate on the mountain and the outer gate in front of the mountain gate. Zhao Yaoyao temporarily lives outside. The housekeeper's aunt and maids outside were overjoyed and immediately cleaned a loft for Zhao Yaoyao to live in. Zhao Yaoyao was not polite because she lived in the attic and could clearly see the small courtyard where Ling Yuan was located. The situation inside the courtyard can also be clearly seen. Zhao Yaoyao spent the whole day observing the small courtyard where Ling Yuan was located. No abnormalities. How could there be a fire if there wasn't even a wisp of cooking smoke? Young master, the wind is a bit strong today. Please go back to your room earlier. The apprenticeship ceremony will only start tomorrow. The maid next to her had a concerned expression on her face, with a flushed little face. She looked at Zhao Yaoyao's profile and felt secretly grateful. The steward's aunt asked her to serve the young master. Zhao Yaoyao was lying in bed bored. As she was about to fall asleep, she saw a faint light shining outside the door. Is there anything else that hasn't been done, that little maid just now? Zhao Yaoyao didn't pay attention because she was too tired. As a migrant worker, if you don't look at your phone at night, you can't help but feel like sleeping. As the lights became brighter and brighter, Zhao Yaoyao's heart tightened. No. Zhao Yaoyao quickly got up and opened the door. The small courtyard where Ling Yuan is located has caught fire, and it has already burned to the roof, causing Zhao Yaoyao's heart to panic. At this moment, the patrol personnel outside also discovered the fire and quickly frantically struck the copper gong in their hands. When? Dang! It's on fire! It's on fire! Hurry up! It's on fire! At this moment, everyone woke up in shock. Zhao Yaoyao quickly flew to the small courtyard, and as soon as she landed, she smelled a strong smell of smoke. Zhao Yaoyao waved her sleeve to dispel the thick smoke in the air, but it was of no use. Fortunately, there is a pond in the small courtyard. Zhao Yaoyao directly activated her spiritual power and stirred up the water in the pond, which rushed towards the burning house like raindrops. When everyone arrived at the scene carrying buckets, they saw their young master, dressed in a red dress, with ink hair dancing wildly, sleeves fluttering, and hands pinching spiritual determination. The group was stunned as waves of pool water rushed towards the fire. It's so beautiful. Looking at a beauty under the firelight, it's really more and more beautiful. What are you still waiting for? Hurry up and save the child first. Zhao Yaoyao turned around and shouted at them. Oh! 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 Come on! Save the child! A few people in the crowd poured the water they were holding onto their bodies and rushed into the house to save people. The remaining people followed Zhao Yaoyao in extinguishing the fire. Watching everyone carry out one child after another, Zhao Yaoyao's heart never fell. Because the protagonist is born with an unlucky physique, in this situation, he is most likely to be ignored and suffer serious injuries. Young master, all the children have been taken out. Zhao Yaoyao frowned. Count the number of people. See if there are any children left behind. Yes. The steward aunt counted one child after another, and when she reached the last child, her face turned noticeably pale. Zhao Yaoyao knew she was missing one when she looked like this. Zhao Yaoyao sighed, the protagonist halo of deceit. The fire has almost been extinguished. Zhao Yaoyao rushed directly into the most severely burned house to search, after all, where is the most dangerous? There is a protagonist everywhere. When people outside saw Zhao Yaoyao rushing in, they were all scared and yelling when they saw the house that was about to collapse. Young master, it's too dangerous. Come out quickly and we'll find it. Young master. Young master. Zhao Yaoyao ignored them. The room was pitch black, only the flames and moonlight outside could illuminate it, and the situation inside could be vaguely seen. Suddenly, Zhao Yaoyao felt a faint breath. Zhao Yaoyao was very certain that it was Ling Yuan's breath. Zhao Yaoyao lifted the fallen screen and saw a little boy curled up on the ground. A small ball, with a weak and uneasy face, barefoot, wearing a thin single garment. It seems that he wants to run out. But he was crushed to the ground by the screen, and the pain of falling made him curl up. The thick smoke from the fire choked him unconscious again. Fortunately, he was lying on the ground, and the thick smoke was drifting upwards. Although the screen pressed him to the ground, it also protected him. Zhao Yaoyao quickly picked him up. At the moment she picked it up, Zhao Yaoyao was taken aback. Then his nose became sore because Ling Yuan was really too thin. A 6-year-old child was as thin as a 3 or 4-year-old child. I don't even know how he survived. After Zhao Yaoyao took Ling Yuan out, she handed him over to the steward's aunt. Hurry up and take the children to a safe place, then call a few doctors to help these children check their bodies and see if they have been burned. Yes. Young master. Ling Yuan forcefully opened his eyes and closed them after seeing the person who had saved him in a hazy way. Wow! Was that the young master just now? He's so amazing. Yeah. Yeah. That's amazing. The children who were taken to another hospital, after being checked by the doctor and not injured, gathered together to discuss that young master, who had just saved everyone. While a few girls were chattering, a childish male voice sounded with an uncontrollable sense of pride and arrogance in his tone. The young master you just mentioned is my sister. What? Is that your sister just now? Yeah. It's my sister. She's amazing. Wow. Your sister is so amazing. Is that really your sister? She's so amazing. A few girls immediately surrounded Zhao Zimo, chattering incessantly and asking questions. Zhao Zimo also had a proud expression on his face, answering them one by one, saying that he didn't know how to say it. Tomorrow's apprenticeship ceremony. Brother Zhao. Is your sister also coming to tomorrow's apprenticeship ceremony? Of course I want to come, this time I'm here to worship my sister. Wow. 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 A few little girls instantly widened their eyes. Brother Zhao, can I bow with you under your sister's door tomorrow? Is that okay? Brother Zhao. I will also bow with you under your sister's door tomorrow. I want it too. I want it too. Zhao Zimo didn't know where to take out a fan and went to Shuyuan www.zhaoshuyuan.com to open it. He held it in his hand and shook his head like an adult. No way. No way. No way. Why? Brother Zhao. Yeah. Why? Brother Zhao. Why? Brother Zhao. Zhao Zimo's heart fluttered as he shouted at him one by one, but he still shook his head. Do you think anyone can keep my sister under the door? There are requirements. What are the requirements? Firstly, one must have spiritual roots that can spit out the spiritual energy of heaven and earth for cultivation. Brother Zhao, I have spiritual roots, I have spiritual roots, I am water spiritual roots. Brother Zhao, choose me. I'm not only a water spirit root, but also a soil spirit root. Ling Yuan lay quietly on the bed on one side. The next day, Zhao Yaoyao arrived at the Qingfeng Palace. The apprenticeship ceremony this time was held at the Qingfeng Hall. As soon as Zhao Yaoyao entered the main hall, she found that everyone had already arrived, leaving only herself. Zhao Yaoyao quickly approached and bowed one by one. Master, Uncle Lu. Xiao Yuqin smiled and nodded, while Lu Yunyang and Lu Shishu also smiled and nodded. Zhao Yaoyao bowed to everyone in the lobby. Dear sisters, Yao Yao is late. Yao Yao is here to make amends to everyone. Before the others could speak, Xiao Yuqin spoke first. Yao Yao, you don't need to apologize. It's not that you came late, it's because we all heard about what you did last night and deliberately came early. Xiao Yuqin smiled and waved, gesturing for Zhao Yaoyao to come to her side. Zhao Yaoyao approached Xiao Yuqin, who grabbed Zhao Yaoyao's hand and lightly patted it. Good child, I know everything about last night. Chapter 4. Sudden Accidents. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Since Zhao Yaoyao entered, Lu Yunyang has been staring at her. When Zhao Yaoyao was born at her full moon, she also went to the Zhao family to congratulate her. It was just that some things were delayed at the time, and by the time she arrived at the Zhao family, it was already too late. Zhao Yaoyao is not only naturally charming, but she was also publicly chosen by Xiao Yuqin and will be her own disciple in the future. Lu Yunyang feels this resentment in her heart. When I was competing to become the sect leader, I never competed with Xiao Yuqin. Finally, a child was born with a charming bone, and she even took her as a disciple ahead of schedule. Lu Yunyang hated Xiao Yuqin to death in her heart, and she still had to keep a smile on her face. Zhao Yaoyao, who is 16 this year, has already stood tall and graceful, with a seductive figure and a charming form. Her eyes are cut with autumn water, and she can't describe all kinds of charm. She had already reached the 5th stage of foundation building, and she envied Zhao Yaoyao to death in her heart. Upon hearing about Zhao Yaoyao, Zhao Yaoyao already knew what had happened last night. I was startled in my heart, afraid that Zhao Yaoyao would discover something from it. After all, in the past, Zhao Yaoyao was pampered, and never took action when she could command others. This is Zhao Yaoyao, who has an unpredictable personality, a hot and sexy figure, but always pretends to be a cute lowly. Is it clear that someone who doesn't actively help with firefighting is going to be exposed? Zhao Yaoyao suddenly felt that the air was a bit thin. Before Zhao Yaoyao could think of how to explain to Zhao Yaoyao. Yaoyao has grown up and knows how to worry about her younger brother, as well as her responsibility as the young master. Zhao Yaoyao looked relieved, and Zhao Yaoyao suddenly felt a big stone fall from her heart, but her face smiled sweetly. It's all taught well by my master. Zhao Yaoyao breathed a sigh of relief in her heart. Just as she finally sat down, a woman in white sitting across from her suddenly let out a cold snort. Although the Hehuan sect is all women, but they are also divided into factions, namely the White Moonlight faction led by Lu Yunyang. Each of them wears white clothes and white gauze, and their main focus is on a fairy-like aura, pure and flawless, green and naive. Led by another faction is Zhao Yaoyao, whose main focus is on being seductive and sexy. If you can be as seductive, you can be as seductive, and if you can be as sexy, you can be as sexy. It's like wearing a bikini and a thin veil to stroll the streets. Zhao Yaoyao belongs to the school of Zhao Yaoyao. When I first arrived at this body, she realized that the body shape was simply not what a normal person could have. The chest is as big as 2 balls, the waist is so thin that it's scary, and there's no need to guess that the buttocks are as big and perky as the chest. Fortunately, this is the cultivation text where one can cultivate their physical fitness. Otherwise, with such a figure, one would likely experience frequent chest tightness, shortness of breath, and back pain. As for height, it is exactly the same as Zhao Yaoyao's original height of 1 meter 8 meters. After all, being a model has height requirements. But with such a figure wearing a belly bag and thin gauze, Zhao Yaoyao felt like she was the female lead in the film. Fortunately, the Hehuan sect is all female, otherwise I would be too embarrassed to go out. Senior sister, have you heard about it? The person sitting next to him and talking to him is called Liker, and Zhao Yaoyao calls her junior sister according to her generation. What did you hear? It's just Lu Yunyang and her faction. I heard that your younger brother Zhao Zimo, senior sister, will also join your sect at this apprenticeship ceremony. They are worried that this generation's disciple resources will lean towards your younger brother. Last night, they went overnight to bring the second daughter of the Bai family to the Hehuan sect, and only arrived this morning. Zhao Yaoyao frowned, she didn't expect to trigger such a butterfly effect. Lu Qing'er has also appointed a male disciple to be admitted to the sect. Li Kur also gestured with her eyes to Zhao Yaoyao, who was the white-clad woman who snorted coldly at her earlier. That was Lu Qing'er, the second disciple of Lu Yunyang. What? Yeah. Senior sister. I was also shocked when I heard about it. What Li Kur said later, Zhao Yaoyao didn't listen carefully. When she was fighting the fire last night, she took a rough look and found that there were only 2 boys among the children, and the rest were girls. There are 2 boys, one is her younger brother Zhao Zimo and the other is the male lead Ling Yuan. It is impossible for Lu Qing'er to appoint Zhao Zimo as her disciple, so she must have appointed the male lead Ling Yuan. Zhao Yaoyao became anxious because Ling Yuan had not been disfigured this time and would definitely be worshipped by the Hehuan sect. I just don't know who he will worship under. The Hehuan sect accepts disciples not only because the master chooses the disciples, but also because the disciples choose the master. If the disciples refuse to worship under their own sect, then it is useless for the master to force them. I don't know who Ling Yuan, who hasn't been disfigured this time, will choose to bow to. Is it really predetermined? Zhao Yaoyao secretly glanced at Lu Qing'er. If I really worship under Lu Qing'er's door, how can I help him in the future? Zhao Yaoyao was a bit anxious. After all, she had agreed to the exchange terms herself. If she didn't help Ling Yuan, she might Zhao Yaoyao made a decision after careful consideration. If Ling Yuan really worships under Lu Qing'er's sect, it's no big deal. He will establish a good relationship with Lu Qing'er in the future. It can also help Ling Yuan up close. As the head of the Hehuan sect, Xiao Yuqin said a few words of scene before the grand ceremony of apprenticeship began. A group of children walked into the main hall in 2 rows, each child feeling a bit timid and nervous, except for the little girl on the far right with a calm expression on her face. Dressed in a goose yellow dress, with 2 small pouches on her head, she looks delicate and cute, just like a child from a big family. Not at all timid, and still showing such composure, that child should be the second miss of the Bai family, Bai Zhenjun. The girl Lu Yunyang picked up from the Bai family overnight. As the children walked in one by one, Zhao Yaoyao couldn't help but feel some anticipation. Because it was too late last night and the thick smoke had blackened Ling Yuan's face. Zhao Yaoyao didn't have a chance to see Ling Yuan clearly. Today, she can finally catch a glimpse of her true face. In the novel, praise Ling Yuan for his appearance before he was disfigured on the Shuyuan website www.zhaoshuyuan.com. There is no one before and no one after him. He is so beautiful that others are willing to go up and down the mountain of swords and the sea of fire for him, even in death. When Ling Yuan walked in, Zhao Yaoyao widened her eyes, opened her mouth wide, and Lu Qing'er stood up from the table. What's going on? What happened? The steward aunt next to her was startled and quickly moved forward, trembling as she recounted the details and process of the matter. Originally, it was in the first half of an hour. Brother Zhao, since your sister is so talented, are you also very talented? That's needless to say, of course I'm also very skilled. I also know how to use explosive fire symbols. Wow. Wow. Humph. We haven't even entered the refining stage yet, so let's talk big here. Hey. Who are you talking big about? Speaking of you. Watching this little girl who just arrived this morning, Zhao Zimo originally planned to ignore her. But she happened to come and find fault with herself repeatedly and everywhere. Zhao Zimo couldn't bear it anymore and finally became angry. From childhood to adulthood, no one dared to talk to her like this. Who did she think she was? Who says I only know how to talk big? Let me show you, let everyone see. Who is the one who talks big? Zhao Zimo angrily took out a talisman shaft from his sleeve, sandwiched it between his middle and index fingers, and aimed it at the firewood used for cooking. Zhao Zimo closed his eyes and after a while, his head was covered in sweat as he spoke to the talisman. Go. The talisman seemed to have acquired spirituality and flew straight to the pile of matches, instantly radiating flames all over its body. Bang! Smoke filled the air, and a pile of firewood was burned directly into charcoal. Chapter 5. You are responsible. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The smoke dissipated before everyone discovered Ling Yuan lying on the ground. His face was covered in blood and flesh, and he was unconscious. Zhao Zimo and Bai Zhenjun were both visibly stunned, followed by the little girls behind them who were frightened and screamed. When the steward aunt arrived, she didn't know what to do. Blame Zhao Zimo. Zhao Zimo is the younger brother of the young patriarch. Is it really strange? Bai Zhen was brought to the Hehuan sect overnight by Lu Yunyang. Who is that blame? Strange Ling Yuan. If Ling Yuan had not been appointed internally, he could have left him outside as a servant. Anyway, losing one child is not a big deal, but Ling Yuan was actually set up internally. After much thought, the steward's aunt could only ask the doctor to help Ling Yuan handle it casually. She treated Ling Yuan like a dead horse and sent him to the Qingfeng Palace. After listening to the ins and outs of the matter, Lu Qing'er became furious and watched Zhao Yaoyao grit her teeth. "Miss Zhao, do you have anything to say? What are you saying?" Zhao Yaoyao was clearly stunned. Having not yet recovered from the news of Ling Yuan's disfigurement caused by the explosion, he dumbfounded and replied to Lu Qing'er with something to say. Lu Qing'er wished she could pull Zhao Yaoyao over and wrestle with her. However, due to Xiao Yuqin's presence here, she dared not be too presumptuous and could only endure her temper and grit her teeth. "Zhao Shimi, your younger brother Zhao Zimo has disfigured their child. You also need to give them an explanation, Shimi. Although this child has complex spiritual roots, his appearance is still decent and he can barely enter our Hehuan sect for cultivation. But now this child has been disfigured by your younger brother. What do you want to do now?" Lu Qing'er's words, inside and outside, mean that although you didn't do this, Zhao Zimo is your younger brother, so you have to take responsibility. After speaking, Lu Qing'er was so angry that her chest swelled and she gave Zhao Zimo a fierce look. As her eyes scanned the children standing in rows, Lu Qing'er seemed to have thought of something, and her angry face forced out a smile. "Ah! Zhao junior sister, I have come up with a good idea for you. This child was supposed to join our Hehuan sect, but now your younger brother has disfigured him. Although his spiritual roots are complex, he can still practice. Otherwise, you can just take him as your disciple." "So? No way. No way." Before Lu Qing'er could finish speaking, two voices interrupted her. One is Zhao Zimo, the younger brother of Zhao Yaoyao, and the other is Xiao Yuqin, the head of the Hehuan sect. Yaoyao is the young master of our Hehuan sect. How could she accept such an ugly and diverse child as a disciple? When Xiao Yuqin finished speaking these words, Zhao Yaoyao could clearly feel that Ling Yuan's mood had suddenly dropped. At this moment, Zhao Yaoyao seemed to see Ling Yuan, who had been severely injured by the fire. Similarly, standing alone in the center of the Qingfeng Hall, despised and disgusted by the crowd. Finally, one by one they left him, leaving him alone outside the door. "That's right. That's right. My sister is talented and beautiful like a flower. How could she take him as her disciple? It was because he didn't have eyes and secretly hid behind the firewood pile that I accidentally injured him. Lu Qing'er, Zimo accidentally injured him and ruined his appearance. It's a big deal. Find him a better doctor to treat him. After he recovers from his injuries, Zimo will take him as a servant. He will also have no worries about food and clothing for the rest of his life." "But, Lord. How come? Is it difficult? Do you still want to force Yaoyao to take him as his disciple?" Lu Qing'er was blocked by Xiao Yuqin, and for a moment, she didn't know what to say. At this moment, Lu Yunyang, who acted as the background board, remained silent. "Senior sister, you can't say that." Lu Yunyang smiled sweetly at Xiao Yuqin. Xiao Yuqin knew from her appearance that she was going to become a demon. "My Hehuan sect only holds a grand ceremony of apprenticeship once every 10 years, and there aren't many children at a time. If I were to be selected as a disciple of my Hehuan sect, I'm afraid everyone would be dissatisfied with my senior sister's actions." "That's right. The Hehuan sect accepts disciples, not based on quantity but only on quality. You only have appearance, it's useless. You also need to have spiritual roots to cultivate. Having spiritual roots to cultivate is useless, you still need to have a good appearance, both are indispensable. So for other sects, every 3 or 6 years, they can hold a grand ceremony to recruit disciples. And the Hehuan sect can only hold a grand ceremony of apprenticeship every 10 years. The reason why it is 10 years is to find disciples who meet the requirements of the Hehuan sect within these 10 years. As for why does the Hehuan sect have to search for its disciples themselves instead of letting the disciples come to find the Hehuan sect themselves? This question is very profound, think for yourself. So only 7 children participated in this apprenticeship ceremony, plus Zhao Yaoyao's younger brother Zhao Zimo and Bai Xinjin, who were brought back from the Bai family overnight by Lu Yunyang. There were only 9 children. Zhao Zimo doesn't need to guess, he must bow down to her sister's door. Bai Xinjin doesn't need to guess. If Lu Yunyang had put in so much effort to bring her over, she wouldn't have let the fat and water flow into the fields of outsiders. So there are only 7 children left for everyone to choose from. One person can take 2 apprentices, and each person can only take 1 apprentice. Now Zhao Zimo has destroyed 1 child and left 6 children. Zhao Yaoyao now needs to take in another disciple, which is equivalent to Zhao Yaoyao taking in 3 disciples alone. This is how others are willing. Xiao Yuqin also thought of this, so now there are only 2 choices in front of her. 1. Zhao Yaoyao only accepts her younger brother Zhao Zimo as her disciple, and she can't think of the rest. 2. Xiao Yuqin withstood the pressure and asked Zhao Yaoyao to take on another disciple. However, in this way, I'm afraid everyone will be dissatisfied and there will definitely be resentment in the future. Xiao Yuqin also knows what to do. However, she couldn't bear to be angry. Lu Yunyang looked proud and everything was under her control. Xiao Yuqin was about to speak when Zhao Yaoyao interrupted her. Master. Watching my own disciple give me a signal, Master, please be calm and don't be impatient. Yaoyao has her own arrangements, so please look at me with peace of mind. Xiao Yuqin then turned her head and went to Shuyuan www.zhaoshuyuan.com to pick up her teacup and drink tea. Watching Xiao Yuqin about to explode with anger, Zhao Yaoyao's master calmed her down. Everyone is a bit envious of Zhao Yaoyao. Xiao Yuqin has a bad temper and has been angry with everyone to some extent. Only when it comes to Zhao Yaoyao, it's called a tenderness, and that's called a favor. If there is anything to do, send someone to deliver elixirs to Zhao Yaoyao. Various heavenly and earthly treasures are constantly flowing. So Zhao Yaoyao was able to go from the first stage of qi refining to the 5th stage of foundation building in just 10 years. Otherwise, even if Zhao Yaoyao was born with a charming bone, she could not have practiced so quickly. So in the Hehuan sect, there is a rumor. It is rumored that Xiao Yuqin fell in love with Zhao Yaoyao's mother back then, but Zhao Yaoyao's mother had already married and become a married woman. But Xiao Yuqin Really I love Zhao Yaoyao's mother too much. So she came up with a trick, which was to seduce Zhao Yaoyao's father and successfully enter the Zhao family. It is normal for a man to have 3 wives and 4 concubines, but Zhao's mother did not take care of this matter. On a dark and stormy night, Xiao Yuqin intoxicated Zhao's father and entered Zhao's mother's room alone. From then on, Mother Zhao and Xiao Yuqin were inseparable like sisters. Later on, Zhao's mother became pregnant and gave birth to a baby girl. That baby girl is Zhao Yaoyao. During Zhao Yaoyao's full moon ceremony, Xiao Yuqin specially went to the Zhao family to give gifts and publicly accepted Zhao Yaoyao as a personal disciple. Later, someone said that Zhao Yaoyao was actually the child of Xiao Yuqin and Zhao's mother. Some people also say, fart. How do women have children? They are clearly the children of Zhao's father and mother. Later on, when Zhao Yaoyao was 6 years old, Xiao Yuqin brought her to the Hehuan sect. Chapter 6. Apprenticeship. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Zhao Yaoyao looked at Ling Yuan, smiled at him, waved, and gestured for Ling Yuan to come to her. Good child, come here. Upon hearing Zhao Yaoyao call him, Ling Yuan looked up at Zhao Yaoyao and quickly lowered his head. It seemed afraid that his current appearance would scare Zhao Yaoyao. Ling Yuan lowered his head and walked slowly to Zhao Yaoyao. Good child, lift your head and let me take a good look at you. Ling Yuan hesitated and lifted his head. The moment Ling Yuan lifted his head, Zhao Yaoyao saw a small face. Everywhere were scars, flesh and blood blurred, scorched black, and a pair of bright, innocent, and pitiful big eyes staring at him. Judging from the direction in which the wound exploded, the explosive fire symbol should have exploded directly to the right of Ling Yuan. At the moment of the explosion, Ling Yuan seemed to want to turn his head to hide, but it was still too late. Not only was his face injured by the explosion, but his neck was also scalded by the high temperature. Zhao Yaoyao took out a handkerchief and gently wiped the blood stains on Ling Yuan's face. "You're so good, what's your name?" "Ling Yuan." "Then I'll call you Yuaner. Is that okay?" Ling Yuan nodded and Zhao Yaoyao gently touched Ling Yuan's head. "Is Yuaner willing to worship me as a teacher?" Ling Yuan looked at Zhao Yaoyao in shock, seeming somewhat incredulous. Then he reacted and took 2 steps back, kneeling respectfully on Zhao Yaoyao's knees and kowtowing his head. Ling Yuan pays respects to master. Looking at such a sensible child, Zhao Yaoyao couldn't help but feel sorry for him. Zhao Yaoyao was about to help Ling Yuan up when Xiao Yuqin called out to Zhao Yaoyao with an anxious expression on her face. "Yao Yao." Zhao Yaoyao looked at Xiao Yuqin. "Master, this child is destined to be with me." Xiao Yuqin let out a sigh. "You're just too soft-hearted. Master Xie, complete." After helping Ling Yuan up, Zhao Yaoyao called out to Zhao Zimo. "Zimo, come over quickly. I've seen your senior brother before." Zhao Zimo pouted with a reluctant expression and ran over angrily. "He's not my senior brother, I don't want to call him senior brother." Zhao Yaoyao lightly tapped Zhao Zimo's head. "Don't talk nonsense, call senior brother quickly." "Senior brother." Zhao Zimo reluctantly let out a cry. "Junior brother." Ling Yuan also replied to Zhao Zimo. Seeing that Ling Yuan could no longer hold on, Zhao Yaoyao stood up. "Master, Yuan heir was seriously injured, so Yaoyao left first." "Well, you go first. Later, I'll have someone deliver some medicine to you." "Thank you, master." Zhao Yaoyao, along with Ling Yuan and Zhao Zimo, had just boarded the lawn boat when Ling Yuan fainted. Zhao Yaoyao hugged him tightly and when he arrived at Peach Blossom Peak, she immediately asked Shower to fetch a basin of water. Zhao Yaoyao placed Ling Yuan on the bed and took off her outer clothes. Zhao Yaoyao just realized that Ling Yuan not only had burns on his face, neck, and even his hands, but only his left hand was slightly better. Xiao came in carrying water and was startled by Ling Yuan's injury, almost falling. Zhao Yaoyao carefully helped Ling Yuan clean the wound. After cleaning the ugly wounds and burns, Zhao Yaoyao carefully looked at them, and the scars were like a mask tightly wrapped around Ling Yuan's face. With good medicine, Zhao Yaoyao bandaged all these exposed wounds, trying to keep her skin away from air as much as possible. After dealing with these, Zhao Yaoyao instructed Xiaoer to stew a chicken and feed it to Ling Yuan when he woke up. "Zhao Zimo, take it out." "Sister, what are you taking out?" "I have nothing." Zhao Zimo opened his big eyes and pretended to be cute, looking at Zhao Zimo who was preparing to get by. Zhao Yaoyao couldn't help but find it a bit funny. Zhao Yaoyao is an only child, her father passed away early, and her mother raised herself alone. "When I was 16 years old, my mother also died in a car accident." Zhao Yaoyao sometimes thinks that it would be great if she had a younger brother and sister. "Although Vivi has always been with me, she is several hours older than her and I have to call her sister." So Zhao Yaoyao really hopes to have a younger brother or sister. Zhao Yaoyao is very happy now that she has a younger brother with the same surname and blood relationship as herself. "Xiao Xiang, tell me, you're still pretending to be garlic." Zhao Yaoyao refused his trick, and Zhao Zimo saw that this move was not effective. He could only take out 3 explosive talismans from his sleeve and place them on the table. Also, "Sister is gone." Zhao Yaoyao stared at Zhao Zimo, who then took out a stack of explosive fire symbols and some spiritual fire symbols. Zhao Yaoyao looked at so many dangerous items on the table, and suddenly felt a little scared. If Zhao Zimo, a mischievous child, were to become too playful, her peach blossom peak would explode. What are you doing with so many talismans as a child? It's so dangerous. If I go out one day and wait for me to come back, you'll blow up my peach blossom peak. As she spoke, Zhao Yaoyao couldn't help but pinch her hands, and Zhao Zimo's small face pulled to both sides. Sister Jia, Mother Suo's door is outside. Yao Xiaoxin, this is safe to feed and won't blow up your peach hair. Looking at Zhao Zimo's unclear speech, Zhao Yaoyao couldn't help but laugh. After being tired all day, she asked Zhao Zimo to return to her room to rest after finishing her meal. What about Ling Yuan? Does he live with me? What, this kid and that kid, you're going to call me senior brother. Yuaner will stay with me tonight, and we'll talk about it tomorrow when he wakes up. Zhao Yaoyao originally planned to wait for Ling Yuan to wake up, eat something, and then live in another small courtyard with Zhao Zimo. But unexpectedly, Ling Yuan has not woken up since he was unconscious. Zhao Yaoyao was a bit worried and decided to stay with Ling Yuan tonight so that she could observe Ling Yuan's situation at any time. Zhao Zimo heard this. How can this be? Men and women are not compatible. Sister. Zhao Yaoyao couldn't help but knock Zhao Zimo's head again. What are you talking about? Yuaner is so young and has suffered such a serious injury. I just want to take good care of him. Miss, let me take care of Master Ling. You've been tired all day. No need, you should go rest too. Okay. Returning to the room and looking at Ling Yuan lying in bed, Zhao Yaoyao sighed. Although I prevented the fire, I did not let Ling Yuan be burned by the fire. But also because of his own reasons, Zhao Zimo came to the Hehuan sect to bomb and injure him, and he also has a certain responsibility. In the deep night, the people are quiet, the stars are dense, and the bright moon hangs high. Ling Yuan suddenly opened his eyes and looked into the unfamiliar environment. The magnificent classical room exuded a confident and playful aura of a young girl everywhere. Under the red bed curtain embroidered with gold thread, Ling Yuan turned his head and looked around, watching the familiar girl sleeping not far away. Ling Yuan suddenly felt at ease. It turned out that everything was not a dream, it was true. Someone really wanted to take me in. Thinking of Ling Yuan, I couldn't help but cry. In the vast world, I finally have a home. In a daze, Zhao Yaoyao heard some movement and stood up to light a lamp. Watching Ling Yuan lying on the crescent bed awake, his big eyes were wet. Yuaner, what's wrong with you? Is the wound still hurting? Arriving at the bed, Zhao Yaoyao held up a lamp to check. Under the dim light, Ling Yuan gently shook his head and went to Shuyuan www.zhaoshuyuan.com, thinking to herself that she had just said it didn't hurt anymore, but paused for a moment. Pain. Watching such a young child cry out in pain, Zhao Yaoyao's heart hurts. Isn't that painful? Such a serious wound. Yuaner, be good. From now on, Master will prescribe medicine to Yuaner every day. After a while, Yuaner will no longer feel pain, okay? Ling Yuan nodded, and Zhao Yaoyao left the lamp by the bedside. She stood up and poured a glass of water on the table. Come on, Yuaner, drink some water. Zhao Yaoyao slowly helped Ling Yuan up and fed him water. He was injured by the explosion and had been unconscious for a day. He must have been thirsty. After drinking 2 glasses of water, Zhao Yaoyao helped Ling Yuan cover himself again. Go to bed now. Zhao Zimo slept until dawn, and shower called a few times before he woke up. Getting up together, Zhao Zimo immediately dressed up. The Hehuan sect also had disciple uniforms, but Zhao Zimo refused to wear them because he found them ugly and insisted on wearing the clothes he brought from home. Looking at himself in the mirror, Zhao Zimo couldn't help but praise himself from head to toe. Zhao Zimo excitedly arrived at Zhao Yaoyao's courtyard, just about to showcase himself. As soon as he entered the courtyard door, Zhao Zimo's smile froze and he became furious. "Ling Yuan, you kid, haven't you grown hands? My sister still needs to feed you herself. Why is your face so big?" Zhao Yaoyao directly picked up a grape from the fruit tray and threw it at Zhao Zimo, who dodged his body. "Didn't you see that Yuan Heir's hand was also burned?" That's all there was to say in the early morning. "Come and have breakfast quickly." "Master, what junior brother said is, let me do it myself." "Hey! How can this be? Your hand is injured, so you should take good care of it." "Come on, master, feed you." Chapter 7. Making Trouble in School. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Looking at my sister, feeding Ling Yuan so gently. Ling Yuan looked very fond of his sister's feeding, but he still pretended to be pitiful. He pretended to be sensible and told his sister not to feed anymore. Zhao Zimo is about to explode with anger. After finishing her meal, Zhao Yaoyao took Ling Yuan and Zhao Zimo to stroll around the Hehuan sect. Tell them what these places are, where they can go, and where they cannot go. It's getting late. Zhao Yaoyao originally wanted Ling Yuan to continue living with her so that she could easily take care of Ling Yuan. Zhao Zimo strongly disagrees, even Xiaoer disagrees. There's no way, arrange for Ling Yuan to live with Zhao Zimo. Zhao Zimo raised his hands and feet to oppose, saying that he had too many things and that Ling Yuan had nowhere to sleep when he moved in. Zhao Yaoyao had to arrange for Ling Yuan to live in another small courtyard. Really, no wonder Lu Qing'er couldn't stand Zhao Yaoyao. As a disciple of the Hehuan sect, Zhao Yaoyao was also appointed as the young leader of the Hehuan sect. That's okay, who would call her master the sect leader? But the most unbearable thing for Lu Qing'er was Zhao Yaoyao, a disciple who lived alone on a mountain peak. The Hehuan sect is located on a mountain range with many independent peaks. Except for a few elders and sect leaders, no one else can live alone on a mountain peak. Only a few disciples can live on the same mountain peak. But Zhao Yaoyao actually lives alone on a peak, living alone, and having to bring a little maid to serve her. It's like during your school years when everyone lives on campus, you live alone in a dormitory, take care of yourself 24 hours a day with a personal nanny, and pretend to be cute and naive all day. Who likes you? Moreover, Peach Blossom Peak is really too big for a disciple, with 6 small courtyards, 2 small gardens, 1 large garden with a pavilion, 3 practice rooms, 1 piano room, and 2 study rooms. One of them is still a room specifically for Zhao Yaoyao to practice writing talismans, and there are also some rooms specifically for storing Zhao Yaoyao's clothes and ornaments. Really, Xiao Yuqin really spoils Zhao Yaoyao too much. 3 days later, Ling Yuan and Zhao Zimo will go to school because they are still children and don't know too many characters. Zhao Yaoyao and her masters taught the cultivation method of breathing in the spiritual energy of heaven and earth, and a few masters were hired to teach them literacy. So there is a specialized academy within the Hehuan sect, consisting of 4 academies. Qin, chess, calligraphy, and painting, responsible for teaching new disciples how to practice calligraphy. Why study piano, chess, calligraphy, and painting instead of letting them focus on learning to write? They said that because these 4 schools are very close to the cultivation rules. As a cultivator in the immortal realm, it's surprising that you don't know how to play music, chess, calligraphy, and painting. It's hard not to be laughed off by others when it comes to rumors. In the morning, Ling Yuan and Zhao Zimo both went to school, and Zhao Yaoyao also had to start preparing for the lesson. Because Ling Yuan and Zhao Zimo only go to school in the morning and don't go to school in the afternoon, their master teaches them how to practice in the afternoon. Zhao Yaoyao is not a pure cultivator and doesn't know much about cultivation. In addition, the original owner Zhao Yaoyao only cultivates by taking pills, so she doesn't practice much. Zhao Yaoyao has been reminiscing about the way Xiao Yuqin taught her in the past few days. Zhao Yaoyao practiced diligently day and night, every day. After all, she can't go online or look at her phone. Zhao Yaoyao is almost bored and can only pass the time by practicing. She can also teach Ling and Yuan Zimo. Zhao Yaoyao was not the original owner, she only knew how to take pills to increase her cultivation, so she quickly understood the mystery behind it. Just as she was about to break through the 6th phase of foundation construction, the academy sent someone to notify Zhao Yaoyao. Ling Yuan, Zhao Zimo, and Bai Jinjin are fighting. Zhao Yaoyao was restless and almost lost her breath. She quickly got up and flew to the academy. According to reason, Zhao Yaoyao should have come by plane, which is in line with her identity as the young patriarch of Zhao Yaoyao. But Zhao Yaoyao was too anxious, so she rode the wind and went straight to the academy. As soon as she entered the academy, she saw the 3 little guys who had been punished to stand. Zhao Yaoyao's heart suddenly relaxed. Bai Jinjin was dressed in white clothes, her eyes were crying red, and her hair was messy. It seemed like she was torn apart during a fight. Zhao Zimo was dressed in a red robe, exquisitely dressed like a wealthy young master, with messy hair and 2 red marks on his face, which seemed to have been scratched with his nails. Ling Yuan was fine, wearing a white top and a blue long skirt. He had neatly combed his black hair on his head, with a simple hair crown fixed to his head. Ling Yuan was not injured, but his sleeve was torn open. When the master saw Zhao Yaoyao coming, he immediately called out all the other disciples and arranged them neatly behind Bai Jinjin and Zhao Zimo. Zhao Yaoyao watched as the 3 little ones looked dejected while listening to the master recount the story. Originally, as soon as Zhao Zimo arrived at the college, he met Bai Jinjin, and the 2 little guys started to mock each other as soon as they met. Later, Bai Jinjin directly said that Zhao Zimo's senior brother was ugly, and Ling Yuan didn't react much. Instead, it was Zhao Zimo who exploded directly. Bai Jinjin saw that he was angry and kept repeating that Zhao Zimo was about to fight Bai Jinjin on the spot, but was stopped by the master. This incident was already over, but Zhao Zimo didn't know where to catch a big green bug and secretly placed it on Bai Jinjin's head. He deliberately told Bai Jinjin that there was a bug on her head. Bai Jinjin kept shouting and slapping her hair. After taking the insect off, Bai Jinjin was not foolish. She knew it was Zhao Zimo. Immediately got into a fight with Zhao Zimo, and Ling Yuan went to stop the 2 of them before his clothes were torn. After listening to Zhao Yaoyao, she sighed and also felt sorry for Ling Yuan. She really had scars on her face and it was easy to be bullied when going to school. But as the young master, she must handle this matter fairly and justly, after all, so many eyes are watching. Let's handle it one by one from light to heavy. Truly true, is everything that the master said true when looking for a book garden at www.zhaozuiyuan.com. The little girl lowered her head and nodded lightly, and 2 tears fell. Truly true, Yuaner and Zimo are your senior brothers. You cannot speak rudely, you must treat them with respect and love. You treat me with respect and love. Miss Zhao truly deserves to be the young master. She is so good at teaching people. Zhao Yaoyao knew who it was as soon as she heard the voice. Senior sister Lu. That's right, it's Lu Qing'er. Ling Yuan was seriously injured that day, so Zhao Yaoyao went back first. But later on, I heard from others that Bai Jinjin did not bow to Lu Yunyang's door, but rather to Lu Qing'er's door. It seems that the college not only notified itself, but also notified Lu Qing'er. Zhao Yaoyao looked at the maid who notified Lu Qing'er. The maid lowered her head and avoided Zhao Yaoyao's gaze. Zhao Yaoyao had no intention of blaming her. After all, if such a thing happened, it was definitely to call the parents of both parties. Miss Zhao, you just told Jinjin to treat me with respect and love, and I am also your senior sister. Do you also want to treat me with respect? That's nature, this is the rules of our Hehuan sect. All disciples of our Hehuan sect must be treated with respect, love, harmony, unity with the outside world, no internal strife, no self-harm, and those who violate orders will be killed without mercy. When Zhao Yaoyao said that he would kill without mercy, Bai Zhenjin trembled a bit. Looking at Bai Zhenjin's timid appearance, Lu Qing'er looked down on her. Since that's the case, why didn't Miss Zhao bow to me when she saw me? The way of cultivation in the realm of cultivation is different from the ancient way, which does not require too much etiquette. It only requires bowing and bending, with the left hand outside and the right hand inside. Why don't I bow to my senior sister? I think she knows better than anyone else. Chapter 8. Fighting Arena. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Upon hearing this, Lu Qing'er raised her eyebrows. Left and right are just becoming the young master. Junior sister is already so arrogant, I'm afraid she doesn't deserve her position. Zhao Yaoyao's eyes were mesmerized, with a pair of willow leaf eyes that seduced her like silk, captivating her soul and soul. If we don't completely suppress and conquer Lu Qing'er today, I'm afraid I will definitely have many troubles to deal with in the future within the Hehuan sect. If she accidentally discovers that she is not the original owner, she will be in big trouble. Sister Lu is so dissatisfied, why don't we have a showdown? If Sister Lu wins, Yao Yao voluntarily gives up her position as the young master and recommends her to her master for the new young master of our Hehuan sect. If I win today, we will completely conquer her and eliminate any future troubles. So what if you win? Lu Qing'er became a bit anxious. When she heard that Zhao Yaoyao had lost and voluntarily gave up the position of the young master, her eyes lit up. I wish I could start competing right away, so that I can defeat Zhao Yaoyao and become the young sect leader immediately. If I win, Sister Lu will call me sister when she sees me in the future. That's great. After Zhao Yaoyao finished speaking, Lu Qing'er was taken aback. Lu Qing'er started her studies a few years earlier than Zhao Yaoyao, and is also a few years older than Zhao Yaoyao. In terms of emotion and reason, Zhao Yaoyao should call her sister. If I lose, won't I have to call Zhao Yaoyao my sister in the future? Isn't it embarrassing for me? Although I am older than Zhao Yaoyao, I have to call myself Sister Zhao Yaoyao. Isn't that constantly telling others that she's not as good as Zhao Yaoyao? But when I think about these years, Zhao Yaoyao has been practicing by taking pills, so she definitely isn't as good as herself. Okay. Don't regret it then, junior sister Zhao. How could that be? Zhao Yaoyao looked at Lu Qing'er with a smile on her face. The news that Zhao Yaoyao and Lu Qing'er were going to fight on the ring immediately spread throughout the entire Hehuan sect. I heard that Zhao Yaoyao and Lu Qing'er even made a bet. Zhao Yaoyao lost, so she gave up her position as the young master and made Lu Qing'er the young master. If Lu Qing'er loses, she must admit that she is not as good as Zhao Yaoyao, and in the future, she will recognize Zhao Yaoyao as her sister. With nothing to do, everyone rushed to watch the game, and some even started by betting whether Zhao Yaoyao would win or Lu Qing'er would win. Bai Zhenjin, Zhao Zimo, and Ling Yuan probably didn't expect things to develop like this. All three of them were a bit panicked, but they were all very certain that their master would win. The competition started, and Zhao Yaoyao stood on the stage, making a gesture of invitation to Lu Qing'er. Since senior sister started earlier than me, let's take action first. Don't regret it. Lu Qing'er took out a jade flute and placed it on her lips, starting to play. Although the Hehuan sect also practices swordsmanship, its main focus is on illusion. What we need to see now is whether the other party will fall into their own illusion. The sound of the flute is ethereal, like a white crane freely soaring in the mountains, captivating and longing for it. Zhao Yaoyao closed her eyes and quietly enjoyed the music. Everyone watched as Zhao Yaoyao closed her eyes and looked relaxed. How could it be? Could it be that the young master has entered an illusion? Shoo, don't talk, look carefully. Lu Qing'er thought that Zhao Yaoyao had already entered her own illusion when she saw her appearance, and her heart was filled with joy. Ling Yuan and Zhao Zimo in the audience were sweating profusely in their palms. Ling Yuan wished he could rush up to the stage and save his master. Zhao Zimo also vaguely regretted that he shouldn't have provoked Bai Zhenzhen, causing his sister to be bullied like this. Lu Qing'er played Xiao Yin and tried to control Zhao Yaoyao to make some movements, but it was useless. Lu Qing'er tried several times, but Zhao Yaoyao didn't respond. Zhao Yaoyao slowly opened her eyes, a pair of which seemed to be filled with infinite charm and tenderness. "Sister Lu, it's my turn." "What?" Lu Qing'er looked bewildered, and Zhao Yaoyao extended her finger and snapped it in the air. At the moment when their fingers rang, everyone suddenly felt as if something was different. Then they saw Lu Qing'er on the stage, looking at Zhao Yaoyao with a dull expression on her face, her hands hanging to both sides, and her jade flute falling to the ground. Everyone was startled. No one knows, no one knows. Zhao Yaoyao relied on the pill given by Xiao Yuqin to get to the 5th stage of foundation building. "I haven't been practicing well these years, is this a natural charm bone?" At this moment, everyone looked at Zhao Yaoyao and felt a bit suffocated. How could there be someone who is so breathtaking and radiant? It's simply impossible. She couldn't help but offer her everything just to make her smile. Zhao Yaoyao smiled slightly. "Qing'er, come here." As soon as Zhao Yaoyao spoke, everyone felt a tingling sensation. Her knees were a bit weak, and some even had red ears. Lu Qing'er looked at Zhao Yaoyao with fascination and walked towards her with a shaky body. Zhao Yaoyao extended her finger and drew a circle in the void, and Lu Qing'er's body also followed in a circle. The dress fluttered like a white lotus swaying in the wind, and Lu Qing'er was now like a string doll, only under the control of Zhao Yaoyao. Lu Qing'er looked into Zhao Yaoyao's eyes, tears filling her frame as if accusing her of being so heartless and ignoring herself. However, she couldn't help but pray to Zhao Yaoyao with her eyes, hoping that she could receive a response from the other party. "Hello Qing'er, do you love me?" "Love. Of course love." Everyone couldn't help but answer for Lu Qing'er. Lu Qing'er looked into Zhao Yaoyao's eyes with fascination and nodded. "But Qing'er, my heart is too bad, it doesn't believe." Upon hearing Zhao Yaoyao say she didn't believe her, Lu Qing'er's eyes showed shock, sadness, and indescribable love. Lu Qing'er is very urgent now, looking for Shuyuan www.zhaoshuyuan.com to express her love and prove her love. Lu Qing'er has walked up to Zhao Yaoyao. Zhao Yaoyao extended her finger and lightly tapped Lu Qing'er's red lips. "Do you want this?" As soon as these words were spoken, everyone suddenly felt that the air was a bit hot and thin. Lu Qing'er devoutly closed her eyes and looked up. Watching the faces of the two people getting closer and closer, close at hand. Ling Yuan's fist clenched hand below the stage trembled slightly. As they were about to face each other, Zhao Yaoyao staggered and whispered in Lu Qing'er's ear. "You lost." Everyone just woke up like a dream, and Lu Qing'er also woke up. Zhao Yaoyao tilted her head and showed a successful smile. Lu Qing'er blushed and ran away screaming. Zhao Yaoyao turned around and looked at the crowd. "Who else? If you think my Zhao Yaoyao is not suitable for the position of the young master, please come up and let's compare." Everyone saluted one after another. "The little patriarch really deserves his name. Our sisters can't keep up with him." When Zhao Yaoyao walked off the stage, her palms were covered in sweat. Lu Qing'er's illusion is indeed very strong, and she almost fell for it just now. "I have been biting the tip of my tongue just now, so that the pain can constantly stimulate my brain and keep me awake. When it comes to casting spells, I not only cast illusions, but also utilize my innate charm to captivate my eyes." Lu Qing'er stared intently at her, only then did she barely win. "Who? It seems that I really need to cultivate some skills well. Otherwise, let alone helping Ling Yuan, I'm afraid it's hard to protect oneself. Chapter 9. Tianmo Gong. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. Truly, you look disrespectful, but considering that you are a first-time offender, I will punish you for cleaning the college alone. Yes. Bai Zhenjin nodded in agreement. Now Bai Zhenjin stopped crying and looked at Zhao Yaoyao with a smile on her face. It seems that she has also been conquered by Zhao Yaoyao. Zhao Yaoyao looked at Zhao Zimo, who immediately shook his body, tightened his scalp, and looked bewildered. Compared to Zhao Zimo, Ling Yuan was much calmer, standing on the side with a humble and remorseful face. Ling Yuan, Zimo, Master is really disappointed with you. After Zhao Yaoyao finished speaking, Ling Yuan and Zhao Zimo were clearly hit hard. Although they didn't spend much time with Zhao Yaoyao, they could clearly feel it. Zhao Yaoyao is a very easy-going person, not the kind of person who just clings to small things. Moreover, Zhao Yaoyao is usually very gentle towards both of them and has never been so strict before. Now Zhao Yaoyao is disappointed with them. The eyes of the two little ones immediately turned red, and Zhao Zimo was about to cry. If it weren't for Bai Zhenjin being on the side, he would have cried out long ago. As senior brothers, it's okay if you two don't take good care of your junior sisters. You even bully your own junior sisters. If this spreads, the entire Qinglian realm won't laugh at our Hehuan sect. As the young master of the Hehuan sect, I will punish you too. Go clean the ladder. When will you finish cleaning it, and when will you return to Peach Blossom Peak? The heavenly ladder is a stone staircase that leads to the main hall, which is very long and takes an hour just to walk. Zhao Zimo was crying while sweeping the steps when he saw Ling Yuan silently sweeping the floor. Zhao Zimo cried and complained to him. Woo 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 woo, it's all your fault. Ling Yuan's body paused before silently sweeping the floor. Although Zhao Zimo cried, his movements did not slow down. According to reason, when cleaning stairs and steps, they should all be swept down from above. But Zhao Yaoyao insisted on them sweeping up from the bottom stone steps. Ling Yuan and Zhao Zimo are not foolish, they know what Zhao Yaoyao wants to express. It's noon, the sun is dazzling my eyes. Zhao Zimo's face was scratched with 2 bloodstains by Bai Zhenjin, and now it is soaked in sweat. The wound is in excruciating pain, and there are also a few small blisters on his palms. Zhao Zimo originally wanted to complain, but seeing Ling Yuan's bandaged face and hands, Zhao Zimo felt embarrassed to continue complaining. Ling Yuan and Zhao Zimo have spiritual roots, but they have not yet practiced. They still need to rely on food to replenish their strength. They had been fussing for a while in the morning, and their stomachs were already hungry. But Zhao Yaoyao didn't ask them to rest, and the two of them didn't dare to stop now to find something to eat. As soon as Zhao Zimo became hungry, he began to feel restless, scanning and looking in the direction of Peach Blossom Peak. Suddenly, Zhao Zimo saw something and threw away the broom, shouting towards the distance. Qiao'er, did your sister call you to come and ask us to go back? Qiao'er carried a basket while walking. No, Miss asked me to deliver food to both of you. Miss said to continue scanning after finishing. Zhao Zimo looked disappointed. But with food to eat, there's no need to sweep the steps on an empty stomach. Qiao'er was well prepared, with everything to eat and drink. Whether she was too tired or too hungry, Zhao Zimo thought the meal was delicious. Zhao Yaoyao not only called herself Qiao'er, but also sent meals to Ling Yuan and Zhao Zimo, as well as a portion to Bai Zhenjin. After all, the academy is quite large. Seeing that Ling Yuan and Zhao Zimo were almost finished eating, Qiao'er thought for a moment and still said a word to Zhao Zimo and Ling Yuan. Young Master Ling, after you finish eating, why don't you hurry up and continue scanning? Ah. Why? Just finished eating, can't we take a break first and then scan? Qiao'er reluctantly told them that after punishing them to clean the ladder, Zhao Yaoyao returned to Peach Blossom Peak, feeling that she was not worthy of being a role model. I punished myself by standing in the scorching sun without eating or drinking. When Ling Yuan and Zhao Zimo finished cleaning the ladder, would return to my room to rest. Upon hearing this, Zhao Zimo's nose turned sour again and his eyes turned red. Ling Yuan silently put the finished dishes into the basket, got up, picked up the broom, and continued sweeping the floor. After learning that Zhao Yaoyao was also sunbathing with him, the two little ones couldn't help but quickly sweep the ladder. However, they were still children, and no matter how fast they were, they couldn't get up quickly. Zhao Yaoyao is indeed self-punishing. After all, this incident happened in the Hehuan sect today. As the young master, she also needs to set an example and not be caught. Just constantly at the system in my mind. Zhao Yaoyao. System, 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 system. Zhao Yaoyao kept sending messages, but the system couldn't bear it anymore and finally went live. System. What's going on? Speak up. Zhao Yaoyao. You have finally launched the system. It's like this. The system, Ling Yuan. Still disfigured him. System. I got it. Zhao Yaoyao. System, your reaction, why is it so cold? System. This is his destined calamity, he can't escape it. Zhao Yaoyao. So what's the way to cure his face? System. What is there to treat? When Ling Yuan breaks through to the golden elixir stage, his face will naturally heal. Zhao Yaoyao. That's too long. Ling Yuan is so young now, it will cause psychological harm to him. System. It's okay, it's just a perfect time to hone his willpower. Zhao Yaoyao. Well. Okay. So, the system, shouldn't you also give me some cultivation techniques? System. What? I'll give it to you. Zhao Yaoyao. Yes. System. Why should I give it to you? Zhao Yaoyao. I don't know any other cultivation techniques, can it be difficult? Do you want me to teach Ling Yuan, the joy of fish and water, the art of picking yang and tonifying yin, and the art of joy? Upon careful consideration of the system, it seems to be the male protagonist who cultivates immortals relies on such cultivation techniques to become a big winner. Is this really a big villain? The system thought for a moment and directly sent the cultivation secret book like a small mountain to Zhao Yaoyao. Zhao Yaoyao looked at the grid in the screen space and quickly filled it up. Zhao Yaoyao looked dizzy and thought to herself, there are too many of them, all kinds of things. What are the titles of books such as Purple Phoenix Leg, Golden Silkworm Miasma, Praying Mantis / Chongshao Palm, For Harmony Seal, Life and Death Technique, Silver Feather Step, Toad Buddha Chanting, Soul Killing Holy Spell, Heartless Power, Wanxiang Buddha Killing, Giant Shark Emperor Step, Anti-Heaven Burst, Thunder Wind Transformation, Holy Confusion Flash, Taishu Divine Bombing, Flying Sand Holy Break, Red Feather Flash, Blue Feather Divine Axe, 15 Bursts, Dharma Mantra, Bright Heart Claw, Glass Technique, Heavenly Thunder Leg, Tai Kill, Tiger Tail Mantra, etc. It's like announcing a dish name, but upon closer inspection, a casual copy is enough for the entire Qinglian realm to be frantically snatched. Zhao Yaoyao felt like she had been hit by a billion at once, and was terrified, afraid that others would suddenly discover that she had so many secrets and then kill and steal treasures. System. Is it enough? Not enough, there are still. Zhao Yaoyao. Enough. Enough. Zhao Yaoyao's hands were trembling now, but she still had the courage to ask. Zhao Yaoyao. May I ask if there are any suitable techniques for me to practice here? System. You. Zhao Yaoyao. Yes. Yes. Let me start by saying that I'm not looking for myself. I'm looking for Shuyuan www.zhaoshuyuan.com. I'm looking for Ling Yuan. Look, Ling Yuan is so young now, there must be someone to protect and take care of him, so that he can grow up healthy. So when I become stronger, can I protect him? System. Also, what kind of cultivation method do you want? Zhao Yaoyao. I want a cultivation technique that can play musical instruments. Compared to Lu Qing'er this morning, they were fighting with a jade flute, but they didn't even have a weapon and could only snap their fingers. Although they were handsome, you couldn't keep clicking your fingers, right? Good guy, when someone plays the jade flute, you keep clicking your fingers. What's wrong? Are you hip-hop? System. Okay. You wait. Zhao Yaoyao is a bit excited, what could it be? Guqin. Flute. Or Shao. Zhao Yaoyao began to fantasize about her performance in the flowers. System. Heavenly demon skill, this is a cultivation technique that is feared by everyone in the 6,000 worlds. How are you? Are you satisfied? Zhao Yaoyao was taken aback. Is she going to become a major villain? Tianmo Gong, this name sounds very evil at first, isn't it good? If one is not careful while practicing, will they become possessed by the devil? Seeing Zhao Yaoyao hesitating, the system explained to her. System. Oh, don't be afraid. This is a technique that is 10 times more powerful than Ling Yuan's cultivation. Zhao Yaoyao. So powerful, why don't you give it to Ling Yuan, instead give it to me? System. That's because this cultivation method can only be practiced by women, and men cannot. Zhao Yaoyao. Okay then. Zhao Yaoyao accepted it, and the system also sent a pipa to Zhao Yaoyao, asking her to cooperate with the cultivation of Tianmo Gong. However, Zhao Yaoyao has some taboos, so if she accepts it, she won't mind. Chapter 10. Preparation for Graduation. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. Ling Yuan and Zhao Zimo finished sweeping the ladder and came back to see the red figure standing under the sunset. Zhao Zimo rushed up with one swift step. Sister, I was wrong. Zhao Yaoyao hugged Zhao Zimo and waved, also calling Ling Yuan to come to her. Wrong, where was wrong? Woo, as a senior brother, I shouldn't bully. Zhao Yaoyao directly tapped Zhao Zimo's head. Fool, that's just an external statement. The real reason I'm punishing you is not that. So, why is that? Watching Zhao Zimo cry uncontrollably, Zhao Yaoyao couldn't help but laugh and cry. She took out a handkerchief to wipe Zhao Zimo's tears. Our people who cultivate immortals should have a heart like Mount Taishan and a mind like steel. Let him be beaten by wind and rain, and our hearts will never waver. But today, you were picked up by a callow little girl, and a few words made you nervous and angry. You should know that we cultivate, not only our accomplishments, but also our will, otherwise it is easy to have demons go astray. Now you know why I punish you. Got it. Got it. The two little ones returned together. Alright, hurry up and take a shower. We'll have dinner. Okay. Okay. Looking at Ling Yuan's back, Zhao Yaoyao felt a bit guilty in her heart. After all, Ling Yuan was not particularly blamed for today's incident. After finishing dinner and being tired all day, Zhao Yaoyao went to Zhao Zimo's yard first and helped apply some medicine to the two red marks on Zhao Zimo's face. I went to Ling Yuan's yard again to help him change his dressing. When applying medicine, Zhao Yaoyao talked about today's incident and didn't wait for Zhao Yaoyao to explain to Ling Yuan why he was also punished today. Ling Yuan smiled wisely and said, Master, it's okay. It's my fault today. If it weren't for me, my junior brother and junior sister wouldn't have argued. Zhao Yaoyao looked at the terrifying scar on Ling Yuan's face, and then looked at the eyes beneath the terrifying scar. Thinking of such a sensible child, yet enduring such hardships. Zhao Yaoyao couldn't help but give Ling Yuan a big hug. Zhao Yaoyao hugged Ling Yuan tightly and found that Ling Yuan was still so thin. Zhao Yaoyao let go of Ling Yuan and found that he was a bit shy. Zhao Yaoyao couldn't help but rub his head. After taking the medicine, Zhao Yaoyao went back. Ling Yuan lay in bed with an uncontrollable smile, so warm that only his master never despised me. In my memories, those who punched and kicked me passed away like a gust of wind. The next day, Ling Yuan and Zhao Zimo went to school and met Baizhenjin again. Although Zhao Zimo was still a bit angry, he had planned to ignore Baizhenjin when he remembered what his sister had said to him yesterday. But unexpectedly, Baizhenjin would bump into him on his own, which scared Zhao Zimo and made him hide behind Ling Yuan. Baizhenjin, what do you want to do? Do you still want to fight? Baizhenjin bent down and respectfully bowed. Senior brother Ling and senior brother Zhao, yesterday I was really rude to the two senior brothers. Today I am truly here, apologizing to the two senior brothers. I hope the two senior brothers can be more understanding and forgive senior sister Zhenjin this time. Baizhenjin didn't get up after finishing speaking, but kept bowing. Zhao Zimo opened his mouth wide and widened his eyes, as if the sun was rising from the west. Junior sister, please speak up. Yesterday's incident is also our fault. At the critical moment, Ling Yuan's reaction speed was fast. After Ling Yuan finished speaking, Baizhenjin was clearly taken aback. Ling Yuan didn't speak much, and she thought he was mute. It turns out he can speak, and his voice is quite pleasant. Zhao Zimo also realized that he wasn't here to cause trouble, he was here to apologize. Get up, I've forgiven you too. Get up quickly. Thank you, senior brothers. Zhao Yaoyao received the pill early in the morning from a bet between Xiao Yuqin and Lu Yunyan yesterday. Zhao Yaoyao was speechless and emotionally conflicted. Yesterday, Xiao Yuqin and Lu Yunyan did not come to the scene, and the two of them also made a bet later on. Fortunately, Zhao Yaoyao won, otherwise Xiao Yuqin wouldn't have thought about what else would happen. In no time, Zhao Yaoyao also received a compensation gift from Lu Qing'er. Lu Qing'er did not come by herself, but asked Lu Yi, who lived with her, to bring it. Zhao Yaoyao accepted it and asked Lu Yi to take a message for Lu Qing'er on her behalf. Young master, what message should I bring to Sister Lu? Lu Yi is pure and lovely, naive and obedient like a little rabbit. Zhao Yaoyao gestured for Lu Yi to get closer. Lu Yi leaned over cautiously and listened attentively, while Zhao Yaoyao pointed her ear towards Lu Yi. Just say, I think Qing'er's younger sister is very cute. Zhao Yaoyao unleashed her unique charm, her charming voice like a feather gently brushing against Lu Yi's ears. Lu Yi's ears immediately turned red with embarrassment, and she took 2 steps back. Looking at Zhao Yaoyao's teasing eyes, Lu Yi was so embarrassed that she didn't hesitate. Leaving only one sentence, I would convey it to senior sister Lu, and ran away, looking at Lu Yi's shy back. Zhao Yaoyao couldn't help but be overjoyed, her flower branches trembling lightly, her eyebrows fluttering with joy, and Xiao'er standing by. Miss, you can't tease others like this casually. Be careful not to get into emotional debt. Oh my, they're just bored. Just tease the little girl, how could you say so seriously? On Lu Yi's side, she also brought her words. Upon hearing Lu Yi's retelling, Lu Qing'er blushed. Thinking of Zhao Yaoyao's willow leaf eyes full of laughter and charm, Lu Qing'er felt even more embarrassed and covered her blushing face with a fan. 1 month later. Ling Yuan and Zhao Zimo are just 2 little geniuses, they know everything at once. In just 1 month, Ling Yuan went from qi refining phase 1 to qi refining phase 3. Zhao Zimo also went from the first stage of qi refining to the second stage of qi refining. Seeing that Ling Yuan's cultivation was 1 level higher than his own, Zhao Zimo was indignant, but he also understood that this matter should not be rushed, otherwise it would be even harder to break through. Zhao Zimo originally planned to focus on cultivation next month and strive to cultivate to the 4th stage of qi refining 1 step earlier than Ling Yuan. Unexpectedly, at this moment, Zhao Yaoyao suddenly assigned them a task. It is necessary to obtain the recognition of the 4 masters of music, chess, calligraphy, and painting within the next 2 months and graduate smoothly. As mentioned earlier, Ling Yuan and Zhao Zimo are mainly studying 4 subjects in the college: qin, chess, calligraphy, and painting. The 4 masters who teach music, chess, calligraphy, and painting are Qin Xian, Qi Xian, Shu Xian, and Hua Xian. Yes. The 4 masters are all women. Looking for the Shuyuan website www.zhaoshuyuan.com and naming them after the courses they teach shows how talented they are. It is not easy to gain their recognition. It's been a long time since anyone graduated from the Hehuan sect. It's not so much that they can't graduate, but rather that they're too lazy to graduate. If you know it, then you know it. Why do you need to gain the recognition of the 4 masters? Isn't that unnecessary? Even if it's graduation, with graduation gifts, no one is going to graduate. Ling Yuan and Zhao Zimo have only been studying for a month now, so they are required to graduate in 2 months, which is too harsh and strict. Zhao Yaoyao said it's not that she is harsh, but that her disciples are really too powerful. According to the rules of the Hehuan sect, when a disciple reaches the 5th stage of qi refining, they must start learning and practicing, which is the exclusive cultivation technique of the Hehuan sect. That's right, it's the method of collecting yang and nourishing yin. Although children are still young, they must lay a solid foundation from a young age and start learning and practicing from a young age. When they grow up, they won't panic when it comes to practical combat. Listening to this makes people want to report to the police. Zhao Yaoyao really dare not let the 2 of them continue to learn. I just want them to quickly return from their studies and find another excuse to take them down the mountain for training, so that they can learn the techniques provided by the system. Train him outside for 10 or 8 years, let them practice well. When he returned to the Hehuan sect, Xiao Yuqin asked and said that the secret script he found by chance looked good, so he gave it to his disciples for cultivation. By then, the wood is already a ship, and it is impossible for Ling Yuan and Zhao Zimo to abandon their cultivation and practice again. Everything is ready, only the east wind is needed. However, Zhao Yaoyao was also worried that the time was too short, and Ling Yuan and Zhao Zimo were not very proficient in learning. Only 2 of them, with the recognition of 4 masters, can successfully graduate.